My name is Quill Taylor, and I have taken it upon myself to record my findings pertaining to the life of a young boy named Anthony Todd.
Okay, so everyone's settled?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So, before we continue, I have news.
What, about the coffee shop? Did the cashier say something other than, "Hi, what can I get for you today?"
It's creepy how accurate that was, but no. I have news about Abby.
I assume you saw her then.
Well, yeah, I did have to go get the device, but... Well, she said she's with us.
You're joking. This soon?
She's aware of how little time there is. If Anthony's birthday is the day this all goes down...
I'm just surprised she didn't wait another day.
Maybe something happened. Anyway, my point is, she'll be joining us in a bit.
Oh, good. She'll be able to fill in some gaps.
Thank the gods.
Okay, back to what we were talking about before I left. Mayor
Will become a problem.
Ciara's here to protect and run the town, to put it simply. But we're trying to oppose Eris directly. That means she's going to be part of our opposition.
And you're sure there's no way we can get her on our side?
Nope.
Not a chance.
Okay. And what makes her such a concern?
She's... well, we're not sure what exactly she's capable of. Eris gave Abby and Eziander a rundown of the town and the protection mechanisms put in place, but they never actually got an example of what Ciara can do. She hasn't had to protect the town these past few years, so we don't have any information based on experience.
However, she's an old being. Not as old as me, but she's been around for a while. A couple thousand years at the very least.
Is she well known?
How do you mean?
Well, you said she's old, so if there's a chance people know her like how people know London, then she could be in a book somewhere.
We could find her in the archives.
That's possible. I can have a look this week while I'm reorganizing to check. And if you ask Liv to do some searching during the day, I'm sure she'd be willing to help.
Do you know vaguely what Ciara is?
What I know is that Ciara is a guardian. She has abilities based on some sort of native creature, and given the guardians Eris has assigned in the past, I'd guess it'd be a spider.
Why a spider?
Have you seen the garden in front of City Hall? It's overflowing with them.
Hello, Nanny.
Calinox, proud of yourself?
Very.
Glad to hear it. Yes, I assume you're discussing the threat of our dear Mayor. Our theory is that she has abilities associated with spiders.
What, can she make webs or something?
No. However, the similarities are there. She's reclusive, not interacting with the town as much as she should. Not that the town notices, but when she does, her words are manipulating. It really is uncanny how like her speech patterns are to a spider creating its web. And this is coming from more research than you think, Quill, but I don't have time to explain it all. Suffice it to say, there are connections, and that's our strongest theory.
And it doesn't matter what she is, the mayor is a major threat. She's someone we need to worry about getting out of the way. Abby and I were going to talk about her role in the town, but after more discussion we decided it was futile to try.
Right. Do either of you have any ideas?
I plan to discuss Ciara when the representatives get here.
Alright, forming a plan after you get that information. As for the next topic of discussion, I had a question.
Of course.
Go ahead.
It's about the book. I haven't mentioned it because it just never seemed too important, but I want to clear it up. Why is it blank?
I was wondering when you were going to ask about it. Yes, the book is blank. I'm willing to explain, but I feel this is more your domain, Essa.
Yeah, hand it off to me.
I'm happy to answer for you.
No, let me. The town resets every day. It's in a sort of time loop state, where I'm sure you'll notice things happen over and over again. Some things reset after a day, some things reset after a couple days, or even a week. Sometimes that means the book's in the library, too.
I'll step in here. History of Moorgrove, specifically, doesn't exist. Or shouldn't, anyway. I created it as a way to keep track of the things in the town, hoping it would be a good record of all that happened, but it didn't work. When the town was put in its bubble, the book created a false history, and does so about every week. Some elements remain consistent. Thomas Moorgrove and everything before the town was reclaimed by Eris. But everything after 1875 is muddled and sometimes doesn't even make sense.
So sometimes it just says nothing?
I was as surprised as you were when the book came up blank. It's never done that before.
What?
I don't know how or why it's come to be like this, but something tells me it's not going to keep resetting like the rest of the town anymore. Now that you're here, the town has actual history. From an outsider's perspective, that's valuable.
So it's going to write this story?
I don't think so. It has no purpose at the moment, I think. But you're free to write in it if you wish. I have no need for it, and Liv will have forgotten about it by now.
You mean use it as a journal?
Sure. Yours seemed like it was getting pretty full.
Thanks. Do you know how it ended up in that coffin in the caves?
Oh, that was me.
What?
I'm old. I get bored. I figured I would have a little fun.
Seriously?
To be fair, I didn't think you'd go into the caves again. So when you did, I admit I jumped at the opportunity. Seeing Essa's reaction was funny, though.
Don't act. I knew it was your doing as soon as they found it.
Right, great. Questions answered. Next thing?
I was hoping you'd tell us about the representatives, actually.
What do you want to know?
Who are they? What do they do? How can we avoid them?
That is a long answer.
I have time.
I wouldn't mind a little review.
Very well. I'll start with the two that are visiting. Roske is the one who gives direct orders to Eris's followers. It'd be more accurate to call them soldiers. Basically, anyone who is actively working for Eris on the planet, Roske oversees. She collects any information gathered by main contacts and reports back. The other, Amor, is the one who enforces what Roske tells the contacts to do. He's the one who tells Eris if any orders are being disobeyed, or a plan of his isn't working, and why. They travel across the planet to meet with contacts, but we get the pleasure of hosting them for a couple days, as Moorgrove is Eris's big project. There are two more who will likely be visiting as Anthony's birthday draws nearer. Cal is the one who commands the Afters, previous contacts who were completely brainwashed by Eris when they weren't complacent. He uses them to do larger tasks, ones that require greater numbers of expendable people. Aaron is the one who collects the Afters. He's the one who seeks out contacts that haven't been compliant and removes their memories, their feelings, everything that makes them alive, and brings them to Eris to be used as soldiers.
That's horrible.
He hasn't needed to use these soldiers since the First Great War.
I might have to reread some of the texts from that time. I remember something about undead soldiers.
The story has been warped beyond belief. My point is, the representatives have a lot of power and a lot of resources. They won't be on our side, and we should expect to have to oppose them. As to how we can avoid them, we can't.
Eris has an enormous system set up, built over thousands of years. We're going to have to get creative.
Sounds like it. Okay, I'm going to start reading, and it sounds like we need to take some action soon. I think getting Ciara out of the way is a good idea, and maybe we can find a way to, I don't know, break the town?
What good would that do?
Well, I'm still thinking, but what if Moorgrove is more important to him than just keeping Anthony safe until he's 11? What if there's something else here?
something valuable to him?
Or a power source.
That's possible.
I'll look into it. That's good thinking, Quill.
Thanks.
I have to get going. They're set to arrive within the next hour, and I should be there, or they'll get suspicious.
Remember to ask about Ciara.
I will. Quill?
Yeah?
Could I borrow the tape recorder? I think recording the meeting will prove useful.
That's a really good idea, actually. Sure, take it with you. I'll come pick it up from you in the next couple days.
Thank you.
Here.
Okay, that should be... Oh, I forgot to change the tape.
And I mean, really, who does that?
Indeed.
Nanny, it's lovely to see you.
Hello, Roske. The pleasure is mine. Won't you sit?
You two are so proper. Too proper, A.S.
Quite different from you.
Abby, you look great. Have you done something with your hair since the last time we saw each other? That has to be a new hairstyle.
You know full well I like my hair to be in the same style.
Nanny, you're so boring.
Indeed, though your hair is certainly not boring.
Oh, you like it? I've been growing it out, and I think...
Amor.
Ah, fine. Down to business, I guess.
I'll ask you kindly to take your feet down.
Stick in the mud.
Now, Nanny, Butler, there's a few things I'd like to discuss. The Domestic Life of Anthony Todd is a podcast by J.R. Steele and is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license. The writing, theme music, and sound editing were done by J.R. Steele, and the script was edited by River Toepler. Follow J.R. Steele on Twitter at pen_of_Steele, and find The Domestic Life on Instagram at Domestic Life Podcast. Visit the website penofsteel.wixsite.com/domesticlife or join our Discord using the link in the description. Thanks for joining me.